Hey everybody, it's Jorik. Welcome back. Today I want to talk about taking the bus to get around Portugal. Not specific cities. I'm not talking about city bus transportation. I'm talking about getting around the country. As you know, I've made a lot of videos about train strikes, and I like taking the train, so does my wife. But here, the summer times have been messy with train strikes, and even starting in 2022, there have been strikes in the spring, the fall, and winter time as well. So you usually get 2 to 3 day notice about that, which often you may hear about or you may find out when you actually go to the train station and there's no trains. So this is about taking the bus, and specifically the Reedy Expressos bus, to get around. That's the one that we seem to go with more often. And I just wanted to show you how economical it can be to use the bus as an alternate method of transportation to the train or even a rental car. The bus gets just about everywhere that you could imagine that you're going to want to go if you're traveling here on a vacation or holiday, or if you're on a scouting trip. There are some rural communities that the bus won't go to, but more likely than not, a bus will get into smaller communities than a train will. So just keep that in mind. But today I wanted to take you to the Reedy Expressos website. And as you can see, when you go to their home site, or homepage, excuse me, they have all kinds of deals that go on any specific day. And for me, I just happened to pick a date in September, so that's a little after, of course, I'm making this video, going from Lisbon, Sete Rios, the Seven Rivers station, which is closest to where we live, up to Nazaré. Just thought, okay, it's a little early for the 100-foot wave season up there, but just wanted to check it out and see what the price would be. So to go up there in September, as you can see here, it's a total of 38 euros and 78 cents. So for less than 40 euros, you can get a round trip ticket to Nazaré. And along with that, just as you're going to this website, you can see several deals on a monthly basis. Some of these deals are the same, or the prices will change. Sometimes, depending on what their occupancy is and where they're trying to drive business, you may get a smoking deal on a bus. So we've taken a bus to Porto, and it was 20 euros to get there, 20 euros to get back, and that's for two people. So we felt like that was fantastic to be able to get all the way up there and back, because the train tickets were twice as much for that same time period. This was in 2022. So be on the lookout for Reedy Expressos. And I wanted to show you here, this is a map that they have. So first I'm showing you the map of Portugal and where they travel to. So this gives you a great idea. And depending on where you may be doing a scouting trip or where you may be vacationing, you might be able to line up the bus getting there as opposed to necessarily even doing a rental car. Not in every case. Rental car gives you all the autonomy to get everywhere, but rental cars are expensive and will cost you a lot more than taking the bus. So if a bus can get you there, it's super reliable. I'll be honest with you. We've taken it, and it's when we've had friends come over, when I have clients, I ask them, if they don't want to spend 1,000 euros on a car, maybe they could spend a few hundred euros on a bus, provided they're okay with the time it takes, I'll say the time schedule of Reedy Expressos, as well as other bus lines. And then I also wanted to show you on their site where they do, when they call it international, going into Spain. So they do have some of their bus lines get into most of the major cities across Spain. So if you wanted to do it, you can do Portugal, but you could also do Spain using the Reedy Expressos line. We've found it to be, again, very efficient. We found that when the buses are supposed to depart, they depart on time. And when I say on time, within 5 minutes of the departure time, to me, that's pretty good. And it's rare that a bus is late. So once, even with a 5 minute departure delay, we seem to make up for it on the road somehow, because oftentimes we've gone to the Algarve a number of times using the bus because there's been a train strike or we're worried about a train strike. And each time we've gone down, we've either left on time from Seta Rio station in Lisbon or a couple minutes late, but we always end up in Cortaira or Faro or Albufeira a few minutes early. So take that for whatever it is. It seems like it's a very efficient way of getting around. And I wanted to ask those of you that are watching this video, if you agree with me and if you've taken the bus, please leave a comment below for other people who are maybe leery of taking the bus or worried about bus schedules, things like that. And if you think the bus is not a good way to get around, please leave that comment as well. Either is worthwhile. As always, thank you so much for taking the time to watch the video and enjoy your travels.